And so it began.
Remember a couple of weeks ago when 6 congressional Democrats, men and women, had this to say?
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Yeah, I know y'all remember that. And those senators and congresswomen and men caught hell, especially from old number 47.
Trump said on Truth Social this morning, "This is really bad and dangerous to our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. Seditious behavior from traitors. Lock them up." And then, a short time later, the president finished with this thought: seditious behavior, punishable by death.
Well, I guess those senators, congressmen, and women knew what they was talking about, because it seems, though, that the Secretary of War, old Pete Hegseth, may have gotten himself into some trouble.
You don't say.
This morning, bipartisan fallout over the Trump administration's escalating military campaign in the Caribbean. The Washington Post reports after U.S. forces carried out a strike in September on a suspected drug boat that left 2 survivors struggling in the water, a second strike was carried out to kill them. This was allegedly done to comply with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's initial orders to kill all passengers on the boat. Now lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say Hegseth may have violated international law.
This rises to the level of a war crime if it's true.
When people want to surrender, you don't kill them, and they have to pose an imminent threat. It's hard to believe that 2 people on a raft trying to survive would pose an imminent threat.
Now, you know there's got to be a serious situation when you got both Republicans and Democrats on the same side of an issue.
Ain't that the truth?
But leave it up to old Pete Hegseth to try to spin it and basically say that this action is legal and it is also a deterrent.
Deterrence has to matter, not arrest and hand over and then do it again, the rinse and repeat approach of previous administrations. This is meant to get after that approach. And I will just end by saying, as President Trump always has our back, we always have the back of our commanders who are making decisions in difficult situations, and we do in this case and all these strikes. They're making judgment calls and ensuring that they defend the American people. They've done the right things. We'll keep doing that, and we have their back.
Did you notice how Pete Hegseth just tried to switch the blame onto the commander that took that action?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Come on now, Pete. You're supposed to be the Secretary of War. You know, you always boasting and bragging how bad you are, especially when you call all those senior leadership up and gave that speech. Remember?
When it comes to combat arms units, and there are many different stripes across our joint force, the era of politically correct, overly sensitive, don't hurt anyone's feelings leadership ends right now.
Now stand on business, like the young people say. Stand on the business of that you gave out this illegal order.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Don't throw this admiral under the damn bus.
Admiral Bradley is a decorated Navy SEAL. He has decades of experience. He was among the first to deploy to Afghanistan after the September 11th terrorist attacks. He is currently the head of the U.S. Special Operations Command, which oversees operations in more than 80 countries.
Like this admiral did this because he wanted to. No. People that have been in the military know for a fact these type of orders come from the tip top.
He ain't lying.
So basically, you're throwing this commander, or better yet, this Admiral Bradley, under the goddamn bus.
That's right.
Because he carried out an illegal order given by you, allegedly. Don't want to get sued. Allegedly given by you. So you're going to have his back?
Hell no.
These type of orders come from the tip top. They don't make these decisions unless they talk to the people that are actually in charge.
He ain't lying.
And Pete Hegseth, like you said, when you called all those guys, all the senior leadership up, you know, to that bullshit goddamn leadership conference. I don't know what the hell that was. A couple of months ago, that basically telling them that you was the HNIC.
The head nigger in charge.
So be the HNIC. Don't try to switch up now.
Free brother! Said that it was Bradley who authorized the strikes, quote, elicited a furious backlash within the Defense Department, where officials described feeling angry at the uncertainty over whether Hegseth would take responsibility for his alleged role in the operation or leave the military and civilian staff under him to face the consequences. Quote, this is Protect Pete bull bleep, said one military official.
You said that second strike
was in full accordance with the law of armed conflict, but the Navy's own manual of law of war says that specifically firing on survivors from a wrecked vessel is an example of a war crime that's forbidden under U.S. law and the law of armed conflict. So how was that second strike in following law of armed conflict and then second on immigration?
Again, Andrew, I would reiterate to you the strike was conducted in international waters and in accordance with the law of armed conflict. And since somebody asked about Congress, and it's sort of related to Venezuela, I also want to add that Secretary Hegseth spoke with members of Congress who may have expressed some concerns over the weekend. And there have also been 13 bipartisan briefings to Congress.
Another official said of Leavitt's statement, quote, "It is throwing us, the service members, under the bus," end quote. Another person said some of Hegseth's top civilian staff appeared deeply alarmed about the revelations and were contemplating whether to leave the administration.
What's funny to me is that, when Donald Trump was asked about this, he said that I talked to Pete, and Pete said that he didn't issue that order.
On the Venezuela boat strike, if there were a second strike that killed wounded people wounded in the first strike, are you
well,
thinking
number
that
one,
would be legal?
Number one, I don't know that happened. And Pete said he did not want them. He didn't even know what people were talking about. So we'll look into it. But no, I wouldn't have wanted that. Not a second strike. The first strike was very lethal. It was fine, and if there were two people around. But Pete said that didn't happen.
Does that make you?
I have great confidence.
You saying there's no second strike?
I don't know. I'm going to find out about it. But Pete said he did not order the death of those two men.
Mr. I got my hands in every damn thing doesn't know what the hell his Secretary of War is doing. This administration got to be the most inept administration ever. Donald Trump put all these sycophants in these positions because they kisses his ass, and none of them don't know what the hell they are doing.
Yeah, we know.
Pete Hegseth never passed up a drink. Pete Hegseth, who created a goddamn room for his makeup, for him to look good on television. Pete Hegseth, the guy that's always, like his goddamn boss, Donald Trump, tweeting. But now he's trying to shift the blame and say, hey, basically, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. This admiral did it on his own. This is the administration. This is what 70 million people voted for. They voted for this. They voted for this dumb-ass administration, and now the rest of us got to feel the repercussions.
Message.
So let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this situation with Pete Hegseth. Do you think that he's going to throw this admiral under the bus, or will he stand 10 toes down and take the blame? The man on the street wants to know.